right, welcome back, everybody, for another episode of Kickstarter Corner. Yes, this is the renamed, rebranded show where I'm going to go through some Kickstarters that have passed to kind of give you a sense of how some of these books can possibly heat up on that aftermarket if you're paying attention and you can grab some of these things early, as well as go through some things that might still be available that kind of interest me and I think are kind of cool to look at. I might be weighing my options whether because I can't back everything, but I might be looking at some options of some things to possibly back and just go through the rundown of the list of things that they have to offer and see what you get with some of these Kickstarters, because I think this is uh, an undervalued, underappreciated little area of the market where, independent creators can really get their books and their content out to you. And this gives them a sense of what people want to see, and people put their money with where their mouth is, and they back the things that they believe in. At least that's the point. And as you guys know, I'm a big supporter of that, of the smaller artists. I love art and I love comic books, and anything we can do to kind of keep nurturing and growing this hobby, I think is a good thing. So I meant to film this on Sunday, but I ended up staying on the whole Star Wars show last night on the live show and didn't get a chance to hop off to go and film this and Chasing Ghosts for tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get those done today. So I'm trying to hustle to get this done. I mean, it's already like 7 o'clock on Monday, and I'm trying to get this edited and released to you guys before it gets too late. Granted, it's probably a good thing that this episode will actually air a bit later on Monday, because a few of these options are not suitable for work. Yes, it's an area of collecting that may not be for everybody, but I find it interesting, and there's some cool stuff out there if you know what you're looking for. That's it. Make sure you're checking out all the content here on the channel. Let me know what you think of this series as well as everything else in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe, hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling your friends so we can keep growing the channel. And make sure you come back, tomorrow for Chasing Ghosts, as well as Wednesday for the Tax Show, which will have a live show where we're going to be talking about some of the best. Well, we'll be ranking the best first appearances over the last year in comics to see, what characters, we believe might be long-standing characters that might have some legs up behind them, and other ones that might just be the FOMO of the week. So that should be a lot of fun going through that list, because I don't know if you've been paying attention, but it seems like we're getting new characters just thrown at us almost every week, and books are just flying out all over the place. And we will also be doing a giveaway, as I will be giving away, I haven't decided which, but one of these Astro Wizard covers. I'm keeping one, and the other one's going to one of you guys. So I don't know which one it's going to be, but these are remarked editions that Astro Wizard has done on these Amazing Spider-Man books. You can see here, they're awesome. I think they're really good, and it even gives you a nice little COA on the back too. So go check out his IG and see some of the other options that he has, up for sale if you're interested in buying and supporting, art and artists. So I'm going to be giving one of those away to one of you guys. I haven't decided how, but we're going to be doing it on Wednesday. So make sure you come back for that. And with that all said, just hang on for a few seconds after the intro, and I'll be right back with this week's selection of Kickstarters. Okay, so for this week, let's start off with the older stuff. So these are things that have already passed that I may have backed or didn't back. In this case, I don't believe I backed either of these older options because I missed them, but they would have been pretty cool if I would have been paying attention. And this is kind of why I'm trying to get more up to speed and pay more attention, because it's been a while. I used to, have friends who told me more about these things. And again, I rely on you guys. If there's interesting stuff out there, please hit me up in the comments, send me a direct message, and I'll go and check them out. But I've been falling behind of late. So I'm trying to catch up and see if I can if I can catch some of these before, I miss that window. First one that I missed is this Born of Blood. This was fully funded in 10 minutes, so they didn't need my money anyway. But I would have liked to have backed this issue too, because there's that really cool Villalobos cover that I used for the thumbnail image. You can see right there on the right. I am a fan. So this is Merc Magazines or Merc Publishing. I mean, they've been doing some interesting stuff too. You can see here at some of the options that they had when they had this coming out. A lot of variants, and yes, some not suitable for work stuff. And that's kind of the theme running through a lot of this episode. So you will see a lot of things X'd off and crossed off that, not to look at here, but, it's out there. But still some pretty cool stuff. Some splatter variants, and you can see the different prices on some of the covers and the variants that were offered. I would have been probably more interested here in the Lobos covers. They're at the top. So $20 for the trade dress, $30 for the Virgin. I probably would have gotten one of each at least. maybe 2 trades and 1 virgin. I don't know. That's the kind of thinking that I do when I go and buy these things. Hey, sometimes, like I said, these things heat up and you can go and make some money on the aftermarket, or you can just give it away to somebody else to appreciate, is how I see things. So that's why I'll generally, double up here and there on a lot of these types of books. That said, still more covers here, different artists, a lot of different cover options. We got even a couple of more, I believe, here. Yeah, with the mirror. So you got Elias Chadzu. I'm not even trying to pronounce, but Jamie Tyndall. I'm sure you know that White Widow book. So a lot of cover options here, and this isn't it. There's more. There was more as part of this Kickstarter too, where you can see there were some sketch options here. So you had the Lobos cover there, but with the shifted to the right. So there's options there for sketches if you bring these to a convention. That's also something else I'd like to try to start doing. The more cons I go to, maybe go and actually start talking to some of the artists and not be so shell shocked and shy around them, and actually see about getting like a sketch or two. Uh, you know, when con season is in full force, as it's already started. So maybe too late to really get into that this year, but maybe next year. I don't know. But that said, you can see there were options there for sketches. There was also other options that they had for more and more covers, more and more covers, metal covers, spot foil. That's the thing with these Kickstarters. There's usually a lot of options. You can get what you're interested in. You don't have to get it all. You can get it all. You can get different options here, there, or whatever. You can do add-ons. You can get extras, etc. There's a lot of options with this, and that's kind of why I like it. So you kind of do your own bit of shopping and pick the things that you like. Or you can get, again, a whole trade set. You get a whole set of all the trade dress books, or get all the virgin covers if you want those as well, and get a little bit of a discount. I don't know, think it's kind of cool. But once again, the one that really drew me to this set was this Lobos cover. I just think this is really cool. I love the heads on the pikes behind there. I think it's just a really cool image. And again, this doesn't do a ton. As you can see, this trade dress was $30 as part of the Kickstarter, and the trade dress was 20. And you can see all I can find as far as sold goes was this one virgin cover, which sold for $310. $310. That is a crazy amount. But when I looked also on eBay for this book to see, what there are any other available copies. Again, some of these things could be hard to find because they are limited, but not always. You got to do your shopping. You got to do some research. You got to look around, and that's what I'm trying to help you do as part of this, because I'm doing research for myself, and then sharing what I find with you guys. So $310, one sold for. I like this cover, but I can't do $310. And even when I went looking to go shopping for one, I couldn't find any on eBay, and there's none on eBay. But eBay's not the only place you can buy comic books. It may take a little bit more legwork to go check out a lot of different places, shops, check publishers, etc. And by doing so, I found that the publisher actually has some of these. At the time of when I did this a couple days ago, when I put this deck together, they had that Lobos cover virgin for $30 still. So I might go and grab one from there. I haven't yet. I was still debating, but there again, you can find books if you know where to look, or if you just, like I said, do some legwork. You can go and find. Always check publisher websites. Go and check some of the bigger name shops, and if you get a hold of some good, smaller, websites that are pretty reliable, hold on to them. Don't lose that link. Go back and helps one not only support that shop, but also have a nice little place that maybe you can find some books in a reliable manner. Now, that's it. This is one of the books that I have for you. The next one is another one that I did not back. Coffin Comics has a bunch. They do a lot of Kickstarters. They generally seem to be rolling them. As I was doing this, I was going to cover their most recent. I think it was La Muerta book, but it already ended, so I didn't want to put another ended book in here. And they're starting up a new one, but hasn't started yet. So they're kind of in between Kickstarters, but generally they have one going almost at all times, like once a month. Coffin is giving some interesting stuff, and again, tons of covers, tons of options. So if you're into this, again, a lot of not suitable for work type stuff, a little bit more of the bad girl of the 90s kind of vibe. If you're into that thing, I still like collecting that stuff personally. So I'm intrigued. But back in, when was this? 2022. So this was just last year. They did have a Lady Death, Scorched Earth, you know, Kickstarter going at the time. And as part of it, they had all these other options again, these things you can get. But the reason why I'm pointing this one out is because they did have a Hughes cover. And you guys know I'm a big Adam Hughes fan, so I would have loved to have gotten a hold of this Adam Hughes cover there with Lady Death. Apart from the fact that you can see they also had golden tickets. They have this special like little program that they do where they'll do 10 random golden tickets given out where you can get these really, really limited edition type books. I think they're like metal or something like that. Just fun stuff. Like again, keeps comics kind of fun, you know. And then you can see there's other different cover set ideas, and again, there's some not suitable stuff for all viewing. So a lot of stuff's gonna be covered here, but other cool things with like homages. Look at that Captain America homage, and yes, you can see the Adam Hughes Lady Death did sell out at the time, but I would have tried to get on that one because again, getting a better image of this, it's really cool. And as part of that process, you can see there was a regular, there was a foil, and there was a noir cover, as they called them. But these weren't cheap, if I'm not mistaken. I believe even when they were released, these things you had to pledge. Well, no, that's Rocketeer. Don't worry about that. That shouldn't be there. Matter of fact, let me go in here and see if I can get rid of that because that shouldn't be there. That is a little bit of a mistake. Sorry, I should have fixed my my deck while I was doing this. Anything else I need to delete here? Yeah, we got to get rid of that one too. So with that, $330 for the foil. Just the foil one, the holofoil one, as you can see, is what's sold. The other ones, I don't have any examples of the sales. I'm only showing you in the big screen the regular art version because that's the cleanest one picture that I could get. And then as far as available goes, you could see the 3-book set. Somebody wants $1,000, $500 for a 9/8 of that noir edition on CGC SS 9/8 of that noir edition. Also looking for 9/6 SS for $400, and then there is a $325. I think that's the foil one as well. So again, 3 different options, not cheap at all. So some of these things can go for a hefty premium afterwards. But again, I think this was a larger buy-in than normal. This wasn't like a $20 cover. I think this was probably a decent amount for you to go and buy in. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't give you that amount. But it doesn't matter. Time has passed. The point being that some of these books, a year later or less than a year later, because this was September to June, some of these books are hundreds of dollars. Because again, they're limited. If you're a collector, if you're a completionist, you're going to want some of these things in your collections, and some of these books can get pricey on you. Now, that said, let's look at some fun stuff that's still available. And then probably the only outlier I have of this grouping, but I did want to cover it, is this first one. And this one was actually a suggestion from one of you viewers. Again, comment, give me suggestions. I will take a look and possibly cover them when I do this show. I'm going to try to do it every couple of weeks. But Guy McLeod commented on my last Kickstarter and said, hey, check out this one. Well, the Stranger does stuff. And actually, no, this one's still going. This isn't the outlier. The Stranger has some, well, you'll see in a second. Anyway, so campaign by Stranger Comics. Yeah, they do put out some good stuff. Now, this one doesn't have much time left. You guys are watching this tonight, and this one is actually ending tonight. So chances are by the time most of you watch this, you're not going to be able to jump in on this one. But 6 hours to go. They reached their stretch. They reached their goal, so they'll be fine. These will be coming. These are a bunch of new Niobes and Tales of Asunda books that I think are pretty cool. Now, some options that they have here. Just give you a look at some of the covers. You pledge like $18, you can get cover A options. That's the interesting thing about this particular Kickstarter is they have these almost like tiers. It's like cover A, B, and C, and you pledge. You later get to pick which one you want because they'll print. I don't want to say print to order, but they'll print the ones that you request or give you the ones that you request. So there will be multiple options for these kind of tiers. So as you can see, for $18, you get one of these, 5 covers. Otherwise, in tier C, there's a whole chunk of other covers, and was that cover D, a whole list of some other books. Cool stuff. Here are some of the examples of some more of the cover guide. Just kind of scroll through them. There are lots and lots of covers, and kind of going through their choosing covers. They also give a little disclaimer here explaining the whole process once they collect pledges and all, and before shipping, that they'll ask you which cover you want, and you get to pick it. Again, you can see here, there's options. There's going to be trade dress and versions. A lot of covers here. There's some cool like homages in here as well. You can see the D&D one, which I also put on the thumbnail because I thought it was really cool. And a lot of really nice art. So if you like art, there's a lot of cover options here. But I like a good homage. So this issue 3 monsters, I like the D&D. You can see I got it right here on my, I got the, the wooden version of the D&D manual there because I just think it's really cool. There's also Silver Surfer 4 homage there with that Thor fighting Silver Surfer going there. Niobe and Dura, pretty cool there. And then we even got a De La Soul kind of homage here with another cover. Plenty of fun stuff, a lot of cool stuff. They also reached a stretch goal on this one where they offered this Gambit, Uncanny X-Men 266 homage here. So first Gambit, also 2 different versions, which is again a lot of options, a lot of cool stuff. So give it a look, see if you caught this in time to check this out. But as far as I'm aware, I think this is probably ending like midnight East Coast time. So if you're interested, you got to get on it quickly. Up next, we have another replica. Gave me this suggestion for Ryan Brown, who's the 8 Billion Genies artist, that he launched a new Kickstarter. This one has, I think, a couple days to go, maybe a day to go, 3 days to go. It's ending soon. This one is more on the silly side of things. So again, it's not really part of the not suitable for work angle, but still, not everything has to fit the exact, category. We're just looking at comics. We're looking at stuff here. So this one, crazy, super powered cows and animals fighting. It's irreverent, it's fun. You even go through like the Kickstarter, you get updates from the creators that give you tales of their progress, all kinds of stuff explaining what they're going for. A lot of weird little add-ons that you can get to. It's makes comics kind of fun. So again, Ryan Brown, he's doing his regular work. He's working for the big companies making comics, but this is like a passion project, so just something fun to do, maybe on the side. So you pledge like $20 or more, you get the cover A here. You got the like a cybernetic cow beating up another bull or rhino. I think it's a rhino. Anyway, fun, silly stuff. There's some examples of the interior art here. Again, kind of crazy, a little off the wall. Gives me like a Borderlands kind of vibe as I'm looking at it too, which I think is kind of fun. So I don't know, just something different. Something different. Nothing wrong with trying something different. This is the cover B. Again, there's pledge options there. You can get pledge options, $35. You can get the A and the B. And again, they'll ship to anywhere in the world. And apart from that, what I thought is interesting with Ryan Brown's his Kickstarter here is that each of these books, if I'm understanding it right, he's going to do a little Sharpie doodle on these. He's going to sign them and do a little Sharpie. It's almost like you're getting remarked comics for this price. You ain't going to beat that. You like a nice little remark. So and you get a 2-pack of cards too, which we'll get to in a second because he has some trading cards too. Like I said, they do some fun stuff as extras for these Kickstarters. Sometimes, not all of them. Sometimes go through them, see the options, read through it. It's a lot to get through sometimes. That's why I'm kind of speeding through this and just giving you broad strokes, general information. But you can see here are some of the trading cards. With every book, you're going to get one of these 5 cards here. Again, I remember collecting cards, and I remember when comics had cards inside. There was cards you had to cut out of magazines and out of comic books. It brings you back to a different time. It brings you back a little bit. So I think it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of cool. Only a couple days left on that one. So if you're interested, make sure you go and check it out right away. Don't waste time. Give it a look. Again, there's no obligations. You don't have to back it. You don't have to do anything. Go check it out. If it's interesting, you want to see it, and you want to see more of that types of stuff, you got to put the money towards it so we get it. So we get more of it, because they won't make it if nobody wants to buy it. You got to support what you want to see more of. So with that, let's get into some more things that are still kind of out there that might fit more of that not suitable for work angle, again, that we started with. First one being, this is definitely not suitable for everyone. This I remember from way back early on in collecting. I remember running across these at the flea market and being like, what is this? Oh, this is probably not for me. Because, I was a bit younger. That said, the Cherry Omnibus, 40th anniversary hardcover, covering all of the stories and some of the new art, because they do have current reprints of these, which I actually have been picking up. There's like a Peach Momoko, I think on number 1 or number 2, and then there's a couple of other newer artists just doing new covers on these like facsimile editions or those early editions. I think I did it for the first 3. In fact, I think I actually got a package that I just ordered from Golden Apple of one of issue 3 in the mail today. I just haven't opened it yet. But as you can see here, they've reached their goal. They give you a list of backers. They tell you there's still 38 days to go on this one. If you're interested and you want to back this, it's all there. So you get comic legend Larry Welts, this limited edition hardcover. There's different options here of what you can do. Again, it's an omnibus, so this is not going to be cheap. This is not going to be like a $10 backing. You're going to get a huge hardcover that's covering all the books. So this one is $130 for the cheapest one that I could see. But it looks like it has this interesting, a nice little textured looking like cover. Again, if you're into that. Standard retail on this is already $140, so you save $10 by pledging now. I mean, $10 is $10. And there's add-ons that you can get. This is not going to get printed until or delivered until October. So you are buying something you're not going to get for a little while. Something else you got to keep in mind when you are backing some of these Kickstarters. It could be some time until you see the results. But there is also blank artist edition, so you could take it to a con, maybe get a nice little sketch on one for yourself. There's laser etched, suitable for work because it's covered, and then there's a not suitable for work that I had to put the Rennavision logos over to cover it because it was uncovered. And you can get that right on the cover if you want it. Otherwise, inside there's going to be plenty of not suitable stuff. Plenty of not suitable stuff because this is an explicit comic. Just make no mistake about that. So know what you're getting into if you're getting into this charity book. That said, other fun stuff that offered within this Kickstarter, some of these add-ons, there's like pins and patches, t-shirts. Again, some of this stuff is just kind of fun on its own. Like, I don't know, I'd probably rock a cherry t-shirt. I mean, I got t-shirts for everything else. I got my Mega Man Proto Man on right now. But I think that'd be kind of fun. There's also action figures. So there's like these little PVC action figures that you could also order as well as part of the Kickstarter. Some of these add-ons and things, just oddball stuff, interesting things. Just it makes the hobby fun to me. That's it. Pharaoh's Lounge is another publisher that's been on that side of the fence. Maybe not for everybody. Again, we'll put that out there once again in front. Not gonna be for everybody. A lot of not suitable for work type stuff right on the cover, right on the covers of some of these things. But here, what caught my eye about this one was this Indiana Jones vibe. But that's not what this is all about. I mean, the book itself has something to do with pirates and pilots and monks and mermaids. There's all kinds of craziness, and there's a lot of different covers and a lot of different things going on. There's like cosplay cover editions too, so it's there's a lot here. But they reached their goal already, but they still have 24 days left if you're interested to go check this one out. As I said, some examples of like the interior art, which looks pretty solid. Looks still like kind of a silly lit sort of comic maybe on the inside. I mean, I'm seeing like, Titanic little homages inside there. So I don't know what's going on. Again, I don't know much about this one. It just caught my eye with the Indiana Jones cover there. And we have here the Pixie Runner. We got another one. And there are, as I mentioned, not suitable versions of this. And there's also ones with mermaids and pixies. And there's photo covers here. Again, things covered. I didn't cover those. They cover them up on their own for the Kickstarter, but the editions you'll get will not be covered. So again, will not be suitable for everybody. It might be the kind of thing you might need to hide and you got to open up privately because you don't want the wrong person to see it. That said, it is an interesting, like I said, Kickstarter. Let me see. Do I have the page up here? Here, I'll give you a little bit of the page here. This is the live page. It still has 22 days. 22 days to go. We'll scroll down through. I don't know what we're going to scroll past here. Don't know. This is one of the actual listing. So have it here. Let's see what we got. Again, we got some examples of the interior art. Oh, I got to make sure I can see this a little bit better on my end. And then, again, the options here for where you can pledge is always over on the right. But just to kind of give you a sense of some of the things that they got here, some more of the interior art. I just want to see if I can get some of the covers or something. Well, I did get this one to share with you. In my deck, then you can see there's cosplay covers here with things, covered up because, again, it's not suitable for work. We have, it looks like a Baroness. This one looks like it might be a print, but it looks like we might be having some sort of G.I. Joe homage here. So you got a little G.I. Joe mixed in there. Mermaids, again, not suitable for work, so covered up. This almost has like an anime vibe to it. I don't know what's going on there, but there's a lot of weird art, and there's nothing wrong with weird. Stretch those boundaries. Let's get some of this oddball stuff out there. And again, you got some cosplay type of art, I guess. Hawk Girl looks like Vixen, I guess. But again, and a color version as well. This looks like a print that could be added on maybe. And then we get to the indie thing. That's what actually caught my eye was the Indiana Jones stuff because I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, despite the fact that I don't want to see any more movies made. I just like the original three. Don't count the fourth. I'm not looking forward to the fifth all that much, but I will see it. That said, again, things covered up because we just got to. But that's to give you a sense of there's what's actually live on the site right now. So getting back to it, let's go to my next one. I got one more. It's also live right now. This one has only 21 hours ago. This one's going to end tomorrow. So Everett Hartso's Arachnora, and again, it's an erotic horror comic. So this is again not suitable for work type stuff. Yeah, I know it's a niche little thing. It's not for everybody, but if you're interested, this is where you can find some of this weird, interesting stuff, oddball things. Because some of this art, like if you look at the art here, all three of these covers look great. I mean, apart from yes, there will be apparently nudity on the cover. The art is really good. The art is really good, and these are some of the artists I don't know a lot about, but I'm going to be keeping my eye on because, like I said, I get it. It's digital, but I like it. I think it's well done. It gives you a little bit of that Derek Chew kind of vibe, a little bit of what Will Jack's been doing lately. It's just kind of cool, and it goes beyond this too. And again, you can see they have the X's there. I didn't add those; those are all on the thing to kind of cover it. Again, not suitable for it. Can't say it enough. But there are some images that we can show that aren't that covered. Granted, really leaning on the horror side of things there. When you see that kind of spine skeletal thing, almost looks like a face hugger on her back. And then we got cosplay cover, it looks like, and then just regular covered art. And then there's obviously other editions of some of these covers, but these are things that you actually can see. Just for fun, I'm gonna bring up the site here too. Live, 20 hours to go from now. They've reached their goal, so they're there already. But if you're interested, you got till tomorrow, it looks like, to go and pledge. And you can see there's a lot of stuff here that these are the stretch goals. So once they reach those milestones, they opened up new covers and options with some foil, etc. So they're almost at 30. So if they hit 30, they're gonna unlock something else. But again, like this art is pretty good. Like again, I don't know the artist here. I'm gonna have to, but I just like this kind of anime style art. I think it's really good. I haven't backed anything yet. Got a day to do it if I'm going to. I'm just kind of scrolling through. It caught my eye. I thought it was interesting and figured it fit the angle I was kind of going with because I saw the cherry one and it just got me thinking. And then that's how this whole episode kind of came to fruition with the not suitable for work angle is because of that cherry omnibus. And then some of these other titles kind of just leaned into that too, especially with the coffin type stuff, some of the Lady Death and Hughes. So kind of connected a lot of things that I like to talk about. But here we go. More art again. There's a lot of things that need to be covered to be on here. There's cosplay type covers here as well. This looked like a lot like a poster, but it isn't. This is actually art too. But it looks like a movie poster. I think that's really cool. And then again, you got some photo type things, type deals. Again, a lot of options here. Promo cards, lobby cards, a lot of extra add-ons and things like that as part of this process here. Some of the other things, like I said, that I showed you. You can check it out if you're interested. I'll put all the links down below in the video so you can go and take a look while you can. Again, some of these are ending very soon. Sorry I didn't get to this sooner, but I just got too busy. I'm going to try to do better about getting ahead of things, like I said, to get some of these out there before it's too late. Because again, hopefully you guys do find this interesting and you go and support the things that you do like. But that's what I got for you so far. And we're just going to wrap it up there. So until next time, thanks for checking this out. Let me know what you think. Give me some more suggestions of some more Kickstarters you think I should be taking a look at, and we'll get it out in front of everybody, and we'll all take a look together. I thought about doing this live. If you think live would, be something you're into, let me know that too, and maybe we'll do this randomly live one time. It'll be hard for me to kind of keep up running, talking, showing the deck, and keeping up with the comment section, but if you'd like to see it, I can give it a try. But with that all said, thanks for checking this out. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support, and I will have plenty more content coming your way. And with that, I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.